Ladies, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Please be advised that this movie has no nudity.
I'm out.
Come on, Eddie. Let's go to the movies.
Yeah.
I just have to wee-wee.
And we're back.
Just like the Five Musketeers.
What the hell am I looking at?
A country where culture means pornography and slasher films.
If you had these boobs, you'd be obsessed with them too.
Very exciting, big event. Everybody's excited, huh?
Last time I went to the pictures, I was looking at all the jigglin's and...
We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends.
Let's get into this. We're going Hollywood this time, aren't we?
Hooray for Hollywood.
Hey, wait for me! Hey, I want to go to Hollywood!
Stick out your tush. Come on. Which, why was he in the film is beyond me. But anyway.
Because it's Mel Brooks. It's a film within a film. Mm. Much like the movie we're talking about today.
Oh!
We are going to be discussing a movie.
Stab 6.
Stab? What is it, Stab 3 that they were on for this one?
No. Was this where? No.
Yeah.
No, okay.
4 was Stab 7.
Yeah, this
was Stab 3.
Stab 3.
This is my problem with the Scream films, is they start to blend together very quickly.
They do.
Last time on Cinemadness.
This one's going to be longer than 2, but shorter than 1.
So... 4 hours.
Yes, 4 hours. Oh, this is not going to be a fun one to talk about, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Well, hello. This is Cinemadness, the podcast, and I am not Adam. I figure I'm going to return the favor, seeing that on the Horror-y episode that you stole my thunder. Wait, episode 2? Ha!
Oh man, I did, didn't I?
I'll give it back to Adam.
I told Allison, I'm like, we had fun, but I think I took over that whole thing.
Well, for the second one.
Okay.
Are we recording now for Scream 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Who are you? What's your favorite scary name?
Sydney.
Your name is not Sydney.
I like Cece. I think that's cute.
I don't like their pizza.
I said C.
Oh, God.
CC Ryder. I said, see what you have done.
No. And you're Roman.
Yes, you are.
You can use that for this one.
You know what's great about the name Roman is when I used to meet the young ladies and the eligible ladies in high school, I'd say, hey, ladies.
The young ladies and the elderly ladies?
Eligible ladies.
Oh, okay.
I would say, hey, ladies, you can call me anytime. Don't worry. There'll be no Roman charges.
Oh, you can't do that anymore.
No. That was pretty good.
That is good. That's great.
Oh, yeah, trust me. You know, and I would wink and just walk away like all steadily, right?
Wink and walk away.
Yeah. Or I would say, hey, ladies, remember, you can't spell romance without me.
Ugh.
Boom.
I mean, that's bad, but that's good at the same time.
Yeah. It's, hey, look, it's cheese, but that cheese gets you in the oven, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I have terrible things, you know.
Yeah.
Never trust Adam. They make up everything.
Hey, would you like to have smash with me?
Oh, like an ATOM.
Yeah.
But I'm the bomb.
Yeah, remember, I'm the first man for a reason, ladies. Boom.
Also, I'm Greek, so they're like, never accept gifts from him.
Why go for a Roman when you can go for Greek any night? Yeah, there you go. But anyway, so
I smell like feta cheese. I only like it in the butt. You know, it's just never had a chance.
Baklava, I might.
I'm flaky. Yeah,
there you go. Anyway, so
I do have psoriasis, so I am flaky.
So why don't we talk about something that has good skin, at least in the beginning of the film, and then
Cotton Weary had cotton-like skin.
Yes. So last we left off, Cotton Weary.
Cotton Weary.
Well,
man, I have all the notes, but let's have Roman take over for Scream 3, the new metal episode.
So last time we were watching Cotton Weary. And he was hunting rabbits. No, so last time we left off, Cotton Weary was surviving a horrific event in the scene of the college, where Sydney evaded death yet again. And now we see Cotton Weary as he's coming home from the studio. That's right. I feel like this is one of those like crime podcasts, like as he was coming home from the studio, unaware that his girlfriend was being stalked by the new Ghostface. Cotton Weary rushed through LA traffic.
You and this LA traffic.
Oh, I'm so pissed at LA traffic, trust me. Cotton Weary rushed home in LA traffic, the lucky son of a bitch. And then he headed to the first exit. And he made it miraculously while his girlfriend was still paranoid. And for some reason, she's duped by this voice sounding where now it sounds like him. So apparently the technology still is not today.
I hate that thing.
What was that about?
Oh, the universal voice changer.
Oh my
Way to trick
gosh.
us.
Son of a biscuit. You know, that is such a cheap write-off, mother...
All right, but before we get into that, let's do our normal thing.
Bah!
And go over the taglines.
Oh, taglines.
Scream 3 coming out in 1999. So the first tagline is, "The millennium starts with a scream."
I give that a solid 6. You know what? Actually, that's not bad.
Rules of a trilogy. Chapter 1 sets the rules. Chapter 2 bends the rules. But in the finale, forget the rules.
Okay, this came out in 99?
Yeah.
I was at 17. That's way too long for my attention span.
It is. That's not a tagline. That's a sentence.
Yeah, that's a paragraph.
And the one I like, welcome to the final act. Because it was a trilogy.
Mm-hmm. That's
Except, we needed more money later. Okay,
Not all movies are run by money.
This was still by the Weinstein Group, right?
But it was also Wes Craven. He signed on for two sequels.
And Kevin Williamson?
Kevin Williams. No!
Oh, he's gone now?
No. Kevin Williamson had other things to do.
he didn't want to wait.
I don't want to wait. No more.
So this movie was taken over writing duties by, ironically, someone named Aaron Kruger.
Huh.
Didn't Kevin Williamson go on to do Buffy?
Maybe.
I think he also did like Cabin in the Woods and stuff like that too.
Probably. He's a really good self-aware
But
writer.
that's not what he was busy with.
He might have been busy with Buffy, because that's 97, 98 is when it started
I want
out.
to say he was.
Been busy with Buffy.
Been busy with Buffy. That's a great podcast name. I'm going to do a Buffy show now. Been busy with Buffy with Adam.
Do you have I almost said expired tagline. Do you have a
Oh, yeah.
throwaway tagline?
What's our throwaway tagline?
All right, guys, let's go ahead. All right, so welcome to the...
That is already too long.
Okay, guys, this is the third movie, and ready for murders,
Okay,
and
guys.
Sydney, and there's people involved,
Rated R.
and scream!
Do you have to sound like Rick Moranis from Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh, okay, guys. Maybe I got a milk bone.
Yeah,
Cute little pooch. I only know lines from Ghostbusters.
I was going to feed you lines like Venkman. It's like, yeah, we would survive.
And they survived.
We had no idea what was going on.
They had no idea what was going on.
It just came at us.
They just came at them.
You're doing a horrible job.
The main thing is that they saved me when I turned into a dog.
Anyways,
I turned into kind of like Kermit there.
No.
He turned into a dog.
What you say about dog? Anyways.
Nothing, Rolf.
All right. Let's go ahead and play you off.
Yeah, what's our throwaway tagline?
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about our throwaway taglines for the third sequel. Let's see. I'm going to throw in third time is a crime. No.
That's probably why it's a throwaway.
Yeah. All right. What else we got on the table?
3 times the terror. 3 times the murder.
When in doubt, just go murder.
Or
all right.
Lights, camera, murder.
Okay, Allison.
Scream 3. Y2K, you're gonna die.
I like it.
But you have to say it in like the girl. You have to say it in Regina's voice from Scary Movie.
You gonna die.
Y2K, you gonna die.
Scream 3.
She should.
Y2K, you gonna die.
She should have been in Scream 4.
She should have.
She moved on to bigger things.
Yeah,
I
she's
guess.
like a big actress now.
No, you're thinking of Regina King.
No, the girl from Scary Movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, she's done some stuff, but it's funny stuff still.
Cookie.
No, she does some
Yeah,
serious
Cookie.
stuff.
That is not Cookie.
Yeah.
Cookie Lion from Empire?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No.
Ooh. That's a terrible tagline, by the way.
It's the girl from Girls Trip. You're talking about I'm gonna poop on your face and
Yeah.
yeah. That is not Regina King, and it's not Cookie Lion. It's not Taraji P Henson. But anyways, that has nothing to do with my tagline.
Okay. I like Y2K for murder.
Okay,
Good job. Good for
that's
you.
not what I said, but I liked how you meshed them both together.
You're welcome.
Okay.
For murder.
So
Okay.
if you have a tagline that you would want to say for any of the Scream movies, let us know on our main mini social media
Go ahead.
platforms.
Go ahead. Take a stab at it.
Wow. 3 times the terror, 3 times the internal movie that is known as Stab.
Once, twice, 3 times the lady, will she survive?
Once, twice, 3 times the murder. All right, so this takes place 3 years after Scream 2.
Okay.
Uh,
And what does she do with the degree? She becomes a crisis counselor. For the degree in acting, she becomes a crisis counselor.
She's a mess.
yes, but she does love her life. Sydney loves her life of living isolated with her dog, with her new name,
Laura.
And she became a crisis counselor. She sets her alarm. She knows how to fire a gun now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why didn't she learn that after the first one?
Yeah.
well, she was kind of good with it on the second one.
Oh, well,
She
not
shot
good enough
she shot Aunt Jackie in the head.
Not good enough for O'Connell.
O'Connell.
Oh God! You know what? At
She
the
left
end,
him hanging.
I was gonna say at the end he never came down.
No. I think he died. I think he died.
Moral of the story is, kids, don't give your letters to any woman.
Well, you know that is how you die through crucifixion. Is with your arms out, all the blood comes down, and your heart has to pump harder, and that's how you die from crucifixion. So that's how he died.
God.
Yeah, I think he died. I always thought he just died.
So what are you doing today, Ezekiel? Trying to come up with painful ways to die. What about you? I was sewing, but I guess I can help.
Bible drama today.
She's also got a dog named Cherokee who's super cute.
Yes, that's a great dog. Nev Campbell was very busy with her new acting life since Scream 2, which it shows because she was barely in this movie. She was in the beginning a little bit, and then she was in the last act.
I wonder what she was doing.
She was acting.
I know, but I wonder what was going on. I don't remember any movies she was in.
I don't know. I
So,
don't stalk
Things.
Oh yeah, Wild Things.
She was in When Will I Be Loved?
How?
No, but When Will I Be Loved came out in 2002.
Lots of people know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's a deep drama that made me feel really, really warm inside and empty
Okay.
at the same time.
You ever notice when Roman thinks he's being...
High five.
I can't even joke about him now. That's the best.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's his new thing. I'm gonna make a T-shirt now. High five, Roman. It's your new, of course.
Of course.
So they're making a sequel to Stab 2, which is Return to Woodsboro, and that's where all this is happening on a movie set of Sydney's old home. And that's where all the horror kicks in. It is once again directed by Wes Craven. Wes Craven. Returning cast is, of course, Nev Campbell, David Arquette, Courtney Cox, and Liev Schreiber for a little bit.
For about 5 minutes.
And a brief VHS appearance by Jamie Kennedy. And then we're finally rid of him. New faces. The cast of Stab 3 introduces to the series Parker Posey as Gail Weathers. She was fantastic in this movie.
She was.
Emily Mortimer as Sidney Prescott. Matt Kieslar as Dewey. And Dion Richmond as a new character who was the token black guy in Not Another Teen Movie. And also the famous biological scientist Jenny McCarthy as the celebrity victim.
Yes.
Yes.
Sarah Darling.
No, Jenny.
The studio crew consists of Scott Foley as the Stab 3 director Roman Bridges.
Yes. Yes.
Lance Henriksen as John Milton. And legendary filmmaker Roger Corman as the no-named head of the studio. Rest of the supporting roles include Patrick Warburton, Patrick Dempsey, and small appearances by Carrie Fisher and Jay and Silent Bob.
You know, Carrie Fisher looks a lot like Carrie Fisher.
She did. It's a wonder she didn't get the role in Star Wars.
She looked really good in this movie.
Yeah, she actually
did.
Yeah.
That was probably her best before she started declining.
Drugs are a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Problem is, she had a seat when she should have had a couch. I'm kidding.
Yeah, once again, this movie was written by Aaron Kruger.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good-ish writer. He's got some hit and misses. He wrote The Skeleton Key, which I heard is a good horror movie, which I've still never seen.
Yeah, that movie wasn't that bad.
It was a great Twilight Zone episode.
He wrote the Ring movies, the American ones.
Okay, I was going to say they were originally written as Ringu.
But he also wrote the Transformers movies.
Oof.
And he wrote the still upcoming Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, jeez.
But, watching the movie, you can tell it did not have the same Scream feel. Mm-hmm. You can tell that it was a little goofier, like the characters were goofy. Like, Patrick Warburton, really? Like, he was not... I don't know. I just had problems with it being more comedy than horror. In fact, I bought a second digital copy of it because I was scrolling through my horror movies, and I'm like, Scream 2, Scream 4... Where's Scream 3? So I bought a copy of Scream 3, then found out it was listed under thrillers because it's not a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's more of a murder mystery.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Like Clue, who did it?
Yeah, it's a whodunit. This movie is also 3 minutes shy of being 2 hours long, and it's so arduous to watch that the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie are so vastly different. You forget that you're watching the same movie.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Yeah.
Like Gale and Dewey are so different in the beginning of the movie than they are at the end of the movie. They kind of like Gale really grows in this movie. Mm-hmm. And so does Parker Posey's character.
But Gale's hair is horrible.
Yeah.
Her bangs are just bad.
They
stuck a bowl over her head. Her bangs end way up here. It's horrible.
That was the 1998
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
I know.
I was just lucky that girl wanted to spend time with me.
They just got really annoying and like too goofy.
Yeah, and it kind of the self-aware meta idea of it kind of leaned less from horror movies and more into the 90s action big budget movies.
Cop Out.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like the big explosion at the Hollywood House.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Is Showtime, or this is Showtime with
with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy and De Niro.
What was cool though is you still did have that self-aware meta thing even more because it was a replica of Sydney's house.
That's what I thought was cool.
Yeah, the set of Woodsboro was really cool. I really like that.
Where you're going into rooms that aren't really rooms and doing other things, and it's just...
And it affected her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's muscle memory, and then...
And the garage was there and everything where Tatum...
But even though it was a replica of Sydney's room, I seriously doubt that she had a Creed poster in 1996
right
in her room. Because this movie featured a Creed music video.
What if?
And like we mentioned in the last episode, due to the leaking issues of the last movie script, they put that in the script, but they also gave everybody dummy scripts, and nobody knew if they had the right ending at all.
Yeah, that part was cool.
Yeah. So until the last frame was shot, nobody knew what the real ending was, except for the people who had that script for that scene. Also, a little tidbit: in a 2009 interview, Matthew Lillard said that he had been contacted to reprise his role in Scream 3 as the primary antagonist, having survived his death and orchestrating new Ghostface attacks from prison on high school students and ultimately targeting Sydney. But they scrapped that idea because the script was being written and getting ready to shoot right before the Columbine shooting.
I was going to say Columbine pretty much wasted that idea.
Yeah.
And that's good because Stu's dead.
Yeah. I like Stu being dead. I'm okay with Stu being dead.
Yeah, there's a television on his face.
Exactly. He lost his signal.
Another cool thing was the attack of Sydney and the replica of her house wasn't in the script, but Wes basically paid to get that scene made because he wanted to revisit the first movie to wrap up the trilogy.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I like how she fell. Like she went through the door thinking it was a
Yeah.
room, and she fell out.
Yeah.
And she recovered quickly.
And she threw him down.
Yeah.
On the bed, though.
And again, with
On the bed.
He didn't get hurt.
with what Roman had to endure, and that's also an interesting thing about Scream 3 is it's one killer this time
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
multiple killers. So you're watching it as a viewer going, okay, they run into, so who's the second guy? And you're thinking, okay, maybe it's the producer, maybe it's maybe
The
it
cop.
is Sydney.
They made it look like it was Patrick.
That was Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they always throw you off on that one. That's the old soap opera thing where you think it's going to be Days of Our Lives. I can't remember the big baddie who they always thought
Stefano.
Yeah, it's Stefano this time. I know it.
Right now, the devil's on,
Ooh, I haven't watched that show in years.
and he's already got his hands on Marlena.
Ooh.
But
Anyways.
we're not talking about Days of Our Lives.
Hey, I can play that on the piano.
Like
Ding,
sands through the
ding,
hourglass.
Ding.
So are the screams of our lives.
Yes, but so as we continue on the film, funny history lesson. Scream 3 means a lot to me because I was watching that film by myself in the movie theater, and my buddy was on a date with his girl, and she asked me to come sit with them, and my buddy was like giving me the nonverbal signals of say no, but truth be told, I was bored. So yeah, I joined them, and she was paying more attention to me than him. And yeah, just saying. And the whole time she found it funny.
So what does this have to do with Scream 3?
Hold on, because it was Scream 3 that I was watching it, and this is where the memory was sticking in, because she was like, the killer's name is Roman. Roman, it's you. Roman, it's you.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, I'm just like, what can I say? I'm a lady killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, come on, that's an old term for being Romeo. No.
Yeah, there was a lot of problems with this movie. The whole idea of Sydney's mom being an actress.
Yeah.
I don't like how they hoard her out. I mean, it's like, Christ almighty.
No,
I know.
they hate her. Like, they
No
make her
kidding.
seem like such a bad person.
I know. I mean, it worked in the first movie because they had Sydney being very, being clammed up, not being amorous with anyone because she was afraid she would turn out to be like her mom. But now, yeah, Scream 3, she's a whore.
I mean, geez Louise. I mean, and I feel bad because she was just trying to make it, and she was trying to take advantage of any situation.
Yeah, she was Weinsteining it.
she was taking advantage of the situation.
She wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
She was,
she was just trying to make it in the industry and doing whatever it took and being ambitious, etc., whatever you want to fill in the blanks, Sharon Stone. But as we continue on, nothing, no.
Sharon Stone.
What? I didn't say Sharon Stone. I said taking advantage of opportunities.
Are you trying to say Sharon Stone does that?
What?
I'm confused.
Sharon Stone is one of the worst people in Hollywood.
Let's just face it. She's no Sharon Stone.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking of last week when we were doing the Muppets. It was just face it. You're no Sharon Stone. Anyways, but no. As we
You've already forgotten, haven't you?
No. Yeah.
No, I remember the Muppet thing, but I don't know what Sharon Stone
But
has to
no, in terms of that, it's just I really just don't like the evolution of Sydney's mom is the bottom line. And just the Prescotts themselves are generally not a great family.
No.
Her dad was in this one.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
he?
he came back.
Yeah, for one scene.
He wanted her to get out of the house and live near people.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm fine. And then he just leaves. Like,
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Him.
High five.
I don't know. I feel like he should live closer to his daughter and help protect her, but whatever.
And then we got stupid Dewey back. Mm-hmm. He's back to being a dumbass nobody because he's jealous of Patrick Warburton. Who is jealous of Patrick Warburton?
Dewey.
Apparently. Yeah. I can't do Patrick Warburton, so that was as far as I got.
But he's hanging out with Parker Posey's Gale Weathers, so
yeah. And
he's talking bad about real Gale Weathers.
Right, in the bedroom.
He's saying that she's a scared little girl.
I really I've said this.
Saying that Gale blows.
Gale, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
I've said this twice. I really like Parker Posey's character. I think she's my favorite character in the movie because she grows so much she starts out as an actor and she's like, you know what? I'm going to be the next Gale Weathers. And then she dies.
Okay. You know what? I need some new dad jokes, so let's go ahead and take a break.
Okay.
If you're looking for a hot podcast, I've got the one for you. The hottest podcast of the year is The Real Housewives of Reality, starring Scarlett and Allison. This podcast has everything. It's girl meets girl, 2 Bravo-obsessed hosts, a producer named Leon, who knows what love is and is very often screamed at and or abused on the air, allegedly. Weekly recaps of all your favorite housewives, hot gossip, an unadulterated and inexplicable love of Iowa, deals on Mary Kay and BetterHealth.com, relationship advice if you want to stay single forever, and who doesn't. Plus, there's bonus material like the Bravo Booster Pack, which highlights the most iconic Bravo episodes through all the years, and housekeeping with the hottest gossip for you to listen to while you keep your own house, if you do. Hey, tune in. There's so much more. I said what I said.
That was actually one of the better, action scenes. In the film. I mean, even though Scream 2 has a great sound booth scene, which we talked about previously. But, the
two-way mirror is different because they couldn't see which mirror it was from.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that whole aspect was very fun. And in terms of some of the things that Wes Craven was doing, I feel that he was taking ideas that he kind of stretched out with New Nightmare. And kind of brought that into life in terms of some aspects, even though he didn't write the script like he did with New Nightmare.
Yeah. In fact, I think that's why I don't like this movie as much, because it tries to make itself into another New Nightmare, and New Nightmare is untouchable as a movie. It's absolutely almost flawless.
Did Dewey shoot her on that last? Was she already stabbed? Or
yes.
Did Dewey shoot her as well?
No, because he was shooting up at the tops of the mirrors, and when he got to her, she just fell out, and she was already.
Oh, so he didn't
stabbed.
shoot her.
Yeah.
It would have been cooler if she got stabbed and he shot her.
That would have been horrible for Dewey.
I know. That would have made another layer for him.
I know. Yeah.
Well, when you're a one-dimensional character.
But I have to say that Lance Henriksen, I hate when people put the D. There's no D in Henriksen. But I love Lance Henriksen's house because it had secret passages, and that's what you do when you have a lot of money, is you make a house with secret passages.
Oh, I don't have a lot of money. I would love secret passages.
He had a screening room that Roman just had to go find.
And what about Roman's death scene?
Can we stop talking about me like I'm not here, assholes?
In the coffin, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's a movie guy's house, and I know he probably has props and stuff, but she slammed the damn thing on top of the knife on top of him. But but that was all fake.
Right.
Yes.
And the voice changer. Oh my god, the voice changer.
That's what pissed me off the most.
The Deus Ex Machina of the Scream franchise is you hear it once, it can mimic anyone's voice.
Yeah, to me that was such lazy writing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, shit. I got it. We'll have the voice changer.
Right. Anytime you hear somebody, you can mimic that, and then we'll just leave it here for Gale Weathers to find.
Which we still don't have that technology.
That we know of.
Readily available.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, she picks it up and she's like talking, and then she's like, "It's our voice. It's my voice. It's your voice, Dewey."
Dewey?
Like what? In fact, I don't think I ever heard Ghostface talk like Dewey once.
It's your voice, Scoob.
Hey, Sid, what's your favorite scary movie?
Jack? Or was that Christian Slater? I can never tell the two apart.
You know what?
That was more Christian, I think.
The older that they get, the more that they become one and the same.
Well, they have the same hairline now, so
yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead, laugh it up. Go ahead.
No, that was Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This town needs an enema.
Do it.
Yeah, I didn't like the scene when the house blew up with the gas.
Oh,
I didn't like the fax machine where they were like, "Quick, read what the ending is going to be," and they're like, "Yeah, the fax machine was." Oh my god!
And that was straight out of New Nightmare. The script telling them the death.
Yeah, but here's the thing: when I first saw the film, I thought it was great.
I did too.
And yet again, with me watching it with an older set of eyes, I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, when I went through these movies again, I was like, all right, I'll get through Scream 2 just so I can get to Scream 3. And I was like, oh, I kind of like Scream 2. Scream 3 is not that good.
No.
And it's because it's not a horror movie. They wrote it. Aaron Kruger didn't know how to write horror. He wrote the damn Ring, which scared the crap out of me.
Well, did it scare the crap out of you because you saw a little girl slowly crawl out of a...
No, it scared the crap out of me because of my mom. I told this story to Allison the other night.
Go on, yes.
You've told it on the podcast before.
Have I?
Uh-huh.
Then never mind.
No, tell it.
Please, remind me.
Welcome back to Adam's Reoccurring Story Time, where he gets to tell the stories that he's told countless times, one more time.
Go ahead. For our new listeners.
So, the first time I watched Scream, the first time I watched, I was going to say The Scream, you know, the painting. The first time I watched The Ring, it was, I was watching it at home in my old apartment with a landline. I wasn't watching it with a landline, I was watching it with a DVD player. But,
no shit.
But, was it a DVD? Yeah, because it was on my Xbox. I was watching it on my original Xbox.
You know, for a clownfish, you're not that funny.
I've been put on the spot. So,
Allison, just pick up where
I could have finished it in 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
I remember.
Bring in the pinch hitter.
I remember it was a dark and stormy day, and and as soon as the ending credits start rolling, my goddamn phone rings.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did tell the story.
And I didn't even want to know if I was going to answer the phone or not, because I didn't have caller ID in the bedroom.
Hello, sir. Have you thought about your long-distance plan?
Shut up! You got 7 days!
Did I get 5-star service?
Did that guy just threaten me?
And that was Adam's Reoccurring Story Time. Thank you for listening, and now back to the show.
So yeah, Yeah, it just wasn't written well. It wasn't written as a Scream movie. It was written as a movie with the Scream characters in a Scream world, but without the Scream
heart.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Kruger.
Heart.
We need a script. You got anything for me? I got a love letter that I wrote to Wes, basically ripping off every idea he's ever had, especially New Nightmare. Yes, let's greenlight it.
There was hardly any like good fight scenes, like tension building ones. Like even the one with Jenny McCarthy, where there was like rows and rows of Ghostface costumes and stuff. Like you're thinking, okay, this is gonna be good. Like obviously one of them is gonna move. They automatically moved one before you could even like try to guess which one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't.
The tension wasn't there.
No, it wasn't. None of these kills have been like extremely gory and bloody in 3, and it just I don't know.
It almost could have been PG-13.
Oh sure.
Yeah, it was more action. It was like I said, it wasn't a horror movie. It was not written as a horror movie. It was not made as a horror movie.
I remember it just being much better, and then when I watched it, I'm like, meh. Yeah, I mean, it was okay.
The only thing I liked about it was the growth of the characters. They did a really good job on character growth, and that was it.
Like making someone a, crisis counselor? Was that some growth for you?
No, that's the beginning of the movie. That's not how you grow.
She grew at the end because
she did.
I enjoyed how. Okay, so spoiler, Roman is her brother.
Yeah.
Half brother.
Yeah. That's still a brother, right? I mean, I don't have a brother, but if I had a half brother, I'd call him my brother.
I know. I have half siblings.
So
I mean, you would be half right.
I appreciated at the end, when he was finally dying, supposedly, she held his hand.
Yeah, that's just weird to me because
a little bit, but I feel that she felt something for him a little bit because that is
literally you just found out they were related minutes ago.
But she understood the hell that the families has been through.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, there's a better way to take out your aggressions.
I agree.
Maybe
but
some
had he not
basketball,
been crazy,
playing
she
horse.
might have had another, family member. She has nobody.
Yeah.
Well, until Scream 4.
He made an attempt to get back into her life, and he was shunned by Sydney's mom, is what I remember.
Well,
he
I
made an
don't.
attempt.
Yeah, not to get into Sydney's life. Well, just in
Prescotts.
general, he
Yeah.
wanted to get with his mom. Not get with his mom, but he wanted to make a relationship with his mom, and that wasn't happening.
And all because of the Loomis affair.
Right.
Yeah.
So to take it out on Sydney kind of sucks.
So what you're saying is the first man to be rejected by Sydney's mom was her son? That makes sense.
I mean, ultimately, Maureen Prescott is the problem of this entire franchise.
Absolutely. Even in 4.
100%.
Yeah. It was.
She is the ultimate villain in this movie.
Well,
she's the evil catalyst.
Well, yeah, and I brought which is sad because is she really a villain? I don't think so. I think
guess I shouldn't have said villain.
No.
She's the main culprit behind everything. She's the reason.
Yeah, she's the motivation.
Catalyst. Yeah.
She's the motivation for a lot of this, and that's why I joked with you guys in the first episode saying, I want to make a meme that showed everyone's family trees and just stopped with Prescott.
Right.
Yeah. What happened to Dad? Sidney Prescott. What happened to Mom? Sidney Prescott.
Like, I want Sydney in this new movie to be like, so I'll never have kids because I don't want to be a mom. My mom sucked.
Yeah.
Like, she's screwed. She's screwed up.
But she, when you brought up that she grew at the end, she really grew at the end because she showed that she left her door open. She didn't turn on her alarm. She's like, let's watch a movie.
And why was Patrick Dempsey there? Is she going to get with him, or are they just hanging out as friends?
I saw a budding love story going through that.
Well, that didn't go
I thought you were the
anywhere.
murderer, and now you're not. Come on. Come on, big boy.
I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with Patrick Dempsey and some popcorn?
McDreamy.
Yeah.
I don't watch Grey's Anatomy. I know who.
It was pre-McDreamy, too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't watch that, so I know who that is.
Yeah.
The McDreamy and McSteamy, but he'll just always be, what's his name from
Can't Buy Me Love.
So.
You good old, what's his name?
It's good to know he was
And In the Mood.
Ronald.
Remember In the Mood?
No.
It was a movie that took place in the 30s. He was a paper boy, and he made money being a young gigolo.
Oh,
what you doing?
He's
there,
all about
boy?
making gigolo movies.
Yeah.
What you doing there, paper boy?
I think Kathleen Turner was in it.
Huh.
You going to be a little gigolo?
It's not that old, people. Bring
Um,
on the gigolos.
Although she did grow because she'd left the gates wide open when her and Cherokee came back inside. She should have closed the door when it was open. Get out of here.
Everyone closes the door.
I don't care how nice it is outside. You don't leave your front porch door wide open.
No, you're going to get bugs and rabbits and raccoons.
Scream 5. Overcome by bugs.
Scream 5, the Disney princess.
That was just dumb. If you don't want to put your alarm on, that's fine, but don't leave the door open.
At least have a screen door or something.
Right. And she did live in like a hillbilly type house, so
Guys,
she should have.
it's a metaphor.
I know.
She lived in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house.
Oh.
So the music. Let's go to the music. Once again, Marco Beltrami returns. And his score was so much better than the last one. It was orchestrated. It wasn't synthy. It was action movie-ish, and it was intense. It was a good score.
So what you're saying is third time's charm?
For him,
For
not
him,
the movie.
But the album, was a new metal fantasy. Oh my God, that album was nothing but new. If you liked new metal, you would have this album. It included, of course, the Creed song. It had this had the sequel song to Red Right Hand, but it also had Slipknot, Power Man 5000, System of a Down, Fuel, Finger 11.
Oh,
yeah. If you were in the new metal genre, you were on this album. I did not buy this CD.
I only remember that, and I remember the video, and that's about it.
Yeah, I remember Scott Stapp was in the rain in the video.
Yeah,
of course he was.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what's funny is he was down to his last breath.
You could have intertwined him with Patrick Dempsey. They both had the same hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
so here's your track list. What If from Creed, Wait and Bleed by Slipknot, Let's Suffocate by Finger 11, Spiders by System of a Down, Automatic by American Pearl. Let's take a look. Hold on.
That sounds dirty.
Fall by Seven Dust, Time Bomb, Godsmack, Tyler's Song, Cold Chamber. My God, you weren't kidding. So Real by Static X. Yeah, you push it. Crowded Elevator by Incubus. One of these aren't like the other. Really, guys? Let's see. Debonair by D-Dope. My God, this track list just keeps on going.
D-Dope?
Yeah. D-E space D-O-P-E. D-Dope. Sunburn by Fuel. Get On, Get Off by Powerman 5000. No kidding. Wanna Be a Martyr. We're on track 14. Jeez Louise. By Full Devil Jacket.
Oh,
Destination. Track number 15. Holy hell. Track number 15. I'm still going. Track number 15. Destination by Orgy. Crawl by Stained. Click Click by Error EA 2000. And Is This the End? Scream Edit by Creed.
Is this the end? What if this is the end? That's horrible. All of those. Horrible.
And Red Right Hand Part 2.
And number 19, Red Right Hand Part 2. Oops, sorry.
So yeah, that was a Scream album I did not buy. I do enjoy maybe 1/4 of that, but I have been known to have bad taste in music. So.
Oh man, I just want to put my Jinko jeans up right on and have my wallet chain out and I would say spike my hair up. I had curly hair then, so just basically let my Brillo pad show.
It could be worse. There could be Limp Bizkit on that.
That's true.
Track number 19. Limp Bizkit.
And also another positive, no Linkin Park. So
There you go. They met their quota of whiny lead singers, which rest in peace, Chester.
Sure, because suicide is the right answer.
Hey, look over there. Something shiny that's non-controversial. Yeah.
All right, Easter eggs.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for getting me off this crazy train.
All right, let's get into Halloween Easter eggs.
Ooh.
Halloween was referenced yet again. And this is a good one. Milton's house, the house at the end of the movie, was a house used in Halloween H2O.
Huh. Oh, yeah, that was a big house.
Yeah.
I heard Halloween H2O was underwater.
It didn't hold much water.
Thank you.
And they could have had the ultimate Halloween tribute. The role of Carrie Fisher was originally offered to Jamie Lee Curtis, but she passed.
Oh,
that's a shame.
No, she's still alive. She just passed on the role.
Oh, good. Never mind. High five.
But you Allison high-fived me.
Sorry, I realized that you have lady hands.
I do have lady hands.
You can't take the pounding.
So yeah, Carrie Fisher did a great job. It was funny. She did get to make fun of George Lucas like she liked doing. So it wasn't a big thing, but it would have been really cool to have Jamie Lee Curtis come in on a movie series that was built off of Halloween.
She was busy doing stuff like
Halloween H2O.
Yeah.
And that zoo movie with the Fish Called Wanda people, Dangerous Creatures.
Okay.
The first time we see Parker Posey's character, she's wearing the exact green outfit that Courtney Cox wore in the first Scream. Roman's comment on how he wants to make a classic love story, but he had to make a horror movie first, was that parallels Wes Craven. We talked about that in the first movie. And we also talked about Kruger writing in the panic of the leaking script. He wrote that into the script. In Milton's basement, in the corner, Freddy Sweater makes another appearance.
Jeez, with the sweater.
Jeez, with the sweater already. Carrie Fisher wrote her own lines.
I could see that.
Yeah. Jamie Kennedy's 3-minute video was cut down from 2 hours.
Oh my gosh.
He did a 2-hour and because Wes Craven loves Jamie Kennedy.
Okay, so here's what to do to survive a trilogy in a scary movie. The following 718 steps.
That's ridiculous.
Rule number 718.
And here's
Play Creed.
Here's a thing. Here's a thing. It's not an Easter egg. It's kind of something I noticed, and it's probably a stretch because that's what I do. As a nod to it being the third in a trilogy, and sparked by seeing Carrie Fisher, my brain went right to Return of the Jedi, where Sydney finds out that she has a long-lost sibling.
Well, at least she didn't try to kiss him.
She flat out kissed him in the second one. Not Sydney.
Yeah, that's...
yes. Cameos. There's only 2 cameos. One is Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah.
On the studio tour. But during that same scene, you see Wes Craven ride the opposite direction on a bike. So, there you go. That was the cameos. This was probably the worst reviewed movie in the series. The critics felt that the characters were too thinly fleshed out, and the story seemed to emulate poorly the formula that made Wes Craven's New Nightmare work. It currently has a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I agree with that.
Audience reactions weren't much different. As a quote-unquote wrap-up to the Scream franchise, fans were excited to get back into the self-aware adrenaline thrill ride that the series was known for. Instead, they were disappointed to find that it was more of a character-driven mystery with unfunny comedic moments and a lackluster ending.
At least they were smart.
They were. And, let's see.
That's the problem when you have such an explosive first film.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's all downhill.
Yeah, you guys remember Looney Tunes, or Tiny Toons, right?
I love Tiny Toons.
So, actually, I think it might be Looney Tunes, but there's this skit where it shows, I believe it's Daffy Duck, or it could be Dizzy Duck, where he's pitching a script to Warner Brothers, and then they're like, oh, yeah, that's great. And then what happens? Yeah, that's great. And then what happens? And then, before you know it, he's just running out of ideas because he's trying to feed this train of, then what happens? What happens next? Well, then she goes to college. Yeah, that's great. And then what happens? Her boyfriend hangs up, and it was really the mom and one of the crazy film students. Oh, that's great. Then what happens? Then she's a crisis counselor. Yeah.
It's like sensory overload.
Yeah, it's too. It was such an amazing film.
Well, plus, this was a new writer, so it's almost like he had to fit in the shoes of Kevin Williamson and try and do it justice.
Yeah,
and that sucks because you can't have your own voice. Right. It's not like you can really reinvent the characters per se. You have to stay on a certain platform. I mean,
and at the same time, you remember Kevin Williamson already wrote a treatment for this movie, so he was basically writing Kevin Williamson's story.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that would be extremely hard because you, as a producer, you're sold on this idea. And it's like, no, just take these notes, don't fuck it up, kid. Now, it would be very difficult as an artist, per se, but you have to go for a paycheck in some ways and just follow the lines that are before you. But I don't know about you, but I would seriously go to Wes and like, hey, how would you feel if I killed Sydney like in the first 5 minutes? Let's really flip the script on its head and kill the survivor girl.
They probably almost had to do that because of her schedule.
Yeah,
or she read the script and said, "Nah."
Well, she seems like, in some ways, with the interview that I referenced in the first episode, where she was talking with Jamie Lee Curtis, that she really was invested in the film because of the script.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like, in theory, that she might be one of these type of actors where if the script's good, she'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Or a paycheck.
She might have been contractually obligated to do this. She read it and she was like, I'll do as much as I can to fulfill my contract, but I don't really like this script.
Yeah, she probably was obligated to at least do 3 films.
Mm-hmm.
As Craven signed on for 3 films as soon as the movie finished, they probably all did.
So she's like, I'll do the least that I can.
Can I just serve drinks in the background?
So this was, and it's not all his fault, but this was the laziest I've seen Wes Craven do, because even shooting this movie, there were just things that I wouldn't expect of the Wes Craven movie. One being the voice changer idea. Mm-hmm. It just seemed like something that he would go, no, I don't want to do that. That sounds awful. Mm-hmm. Another was the scene inside of Lance Henriksen's office. And I tried to look it up, and I didn't find anything, but I could have sworn that was Wes Craven's office from New Nightmare, which is probably his office, period. Mm-hmm. But that scene was taken straight out of New Nightmare, and it was not good. It was the same, almost saying the exact same thing, where in New Nightmare, Wes Craven played this sleazy version of himself, and he played, and Lance Henriksen played a sleazy movie producer. And it just didn't flow right, even though Henriksen's awesome in everything he does, and I don't fault him for the movie. I fault the writing and sadly the directing. Sorry, Wes Craven, but I just don't think he had I don't think he put all of his cards in this. He wanted to do music from the heart by this time.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like this is a great review.
Sounds like we don't like this movie.
No, and again, it was like, oh, I'm so excited to watch this movie, and I'm like, this movie's way too long.
Yeah.
This is not horror. What am I watching this for? Oh, Jay and Silent Bob. I'm not watching anymore, and I finished it, but
it was pretty long.
It was, and it felt long too. The first movie's an hour and 50 minutes. It's only like 8 minutes shy of this movie, but it flowed. It was that roller coaster ride. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so it didn't give any good lasting impressions.
No,
it didn't hold up watching it with older eyes. In fact, I think it got worse.
Yeah.
And do you think people out there love this movie?
No.
Like, even Scream fanatics? I mean, I consider myself a Scream fanatic, and I don't like it.
I mean, it's probably their least favorite if they had to. Or old school Scream fanatics. They might put Scream 4 as the least because it's newer. But
I don't know. Do you have any favorite parts, at least?
Scream 3 is with the defibrillator death, right?
Yes.
No.
Oh, no, that's no. Scream 3 is Roman gets stabbed and shot in the head. And
who gets it by the defibrillator?
That's Scream 4.
Okay, yeah. See, and this is the problem, is they kind of all run together. Unfortunately, like Daffy Duck saying, and then the defibrillator in the head. There you go.
I can't think of any moments in this movie where I was like, ooh, I'm kind of scared. I'm trying to think, and I just...
The only one I really liked, and Roman brought it up, was the mirror scene.
Yeah, I think that was about it, and that was like 30 seconds.
I like the house scene. I like chasing through the house. I thought that was very interesting. I like the mocking of actors and their craft. I liked hoarding the props. You know, I thought that was very interesting.
Where you think she could be the murderer. And that scene, they rebuilt that bathroom from the first movie.
Yeah, I liked aspects of it, and that's what makes me kind of give 3 a nudge over 2. But it's kind of Scream 1 is the winner, and then they're all battling over 7th place. Like I'm keeping spots 2 through 6 vacant for something better than what I saw, and even Scream 4 I think was a little bit more fresh, and we'll probably get more into that next week. Or whenever next week happens, next time.
The next episode.
I got the keys in the back.
Hoping something better comes along.
Oh, you are out for my soul, Mr. Muppet Singer. Anyways, but all in all, it was a very sad, but we'll probably get more into it when we talk about Scream 4 next time. I think that's all we got. Did we Forrest Gump our way through this one?
We kind of did. That's pretty. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty fast.
And you guys got a Roman for this, and all you know.
I don't understand the Forrest Gump reference.
Forrest Gumping is.
You just kind of stumbled your way through from beginning to end.
Yeah. No, we didn't stumble. We talked about it. We just don't hold it in high regards.
No, and I did so much. Like when I saw it in the theater, I'm like, "This is great."
Yeah. See, I remember saying to myself, "I don't like this one that much."
Oh, I liked it. I liked it. I remember thinking, okay, yeah, nice. I like better than the second one. The second one's not bad, but man, this one's so much better. I remember being excited about it.
Well, this shows how much my taste changed. I was so excited. I was like, oh, well, if Jay and Silent Bob are in it, I'm going to absolutely love it. And today I'm like, well, if Kevin Smith is even near something, it's going to be just awful.
I mean, Jay and Silent Bob were in it for...
Well, they had Dogma coming up.
Yeah, but...
They were probably literally on set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they had Wes Craven on for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back doing the Scream parody with Shannon Doherty.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Oh boy. I got nothing that won't get me in trouble, so I'm just boy. Sorry.
Ow.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So yeah. That was Scream 3.
Ta-da!
Not really much more we can talk about. So join us next time when we wrap up the Scream film franchise, not just the franchise, the film franchise. So far, with Scream 4. Allison, where can we be found?
You can find us at Cinemadness P on Twitter and cinemadnesspodcast.com on our website, and Cinemadness Podcast on Facebook, and Cinemadness Podcast on Instagram, and we have a YouTube channel, so you can like and subscribe and see all of our videos.
Yes.
We also have a fledgling TikTok that
we're
still trying to figure out at Cinemadness.
Don't stop, make it hot,
We as an Adam because I got it. I'm sorry.
TikTok,
I didn't get that catch.
Yeah, there you go.
The tiki-taka.
Tiki-taka.
Tiki-taki.
So we'll see you next time, and I have no outro phrase for us to say.
Stay scary, folks.
That's not bad.
Febreze.